Hello, everybody. This is the Board YouTube channel, and you're watching the Pick and Roll live stream presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. We're here live every weekday morning at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time to go through the entire NBA slate. Then we'll have my co-host PipsNBA go through his free picks for the games as well. We've had back-to-back winning days on the show. It was a 2-1 day yesterday, following up the 3-1 day on Friday. So perhaps we're in the midst of putting a little bit of a run together, and we shall see how it goes today. Make sure, if you're enjoying the show and if you're tailing any of the picks or all of the picks, that you do hit that like button, help drive us up in the YouTube algorithm. It really does make a difference when you take that second out of your day to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for 5 shows a week. As long as there are NBA games and this is a weekday, we're going to be right here talking about those games. As I said, it was a 3-1 day on the show. We had winners on PJ Washington threes and DeAndre Ayton points plus rebounds. Unfortunately, Malik Beasley let us a little bit down with shooting again this season, but hey, we had a void on Joel Embiid. It made it that 2-1 day. But we'll jump into things here, get started. Pips, Houston Rockets fan, and we got the Houston Rockets in action, of course, with a big spread against the Washington Wizards. Houston, minus 12 away from home here. Is there any other way you see this game going than a blowout for Houston?
Yeah, if Wizards are healthy, it will be a struggle for Houston. Actually,
Okay.
the reason I'm saying this is we have Jabari Smith is out, Tari Eason is out, our depth is gone. We are basically like top 5 team now. Like we have 5 great players and 0 outside of it. Uh, so there could be some problems. Because if they then I have Kuzma back and the Pool should play, like I don't see how it's that huge spread because we have our starting lineup is great. Fred VanVleet, Eamon Thompson, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and Alperen Şengün. But when it comes to the bench, it's Cam Whitmore, who is not NBA ready. Jashan Tate, who was out of the rotation the entire season, but he is a decent player. Aaron Holiday and Steven Adams. Jeff Green starting last game. Like, yeah, we are out of depth now. 2 injuries for our key players and troubling month ahead of Houston Rockets.
Sometimes sometimes the uncertainty around lineups leads to some betting opportunities. Is there a look here you have?
Can you just open the points lines at FanDuel for this
Yeah.
game? So just like to see. So yeah, these lines are set really high. Like every player, like I just like Eamon Thompson at 17. Like he was 13 and a half last game. Alpi, yeah, I don't know. We had him last time, but they did send doubles on him. So I don't know what's going to happen there. So overall, the lines are a bit too high. Like we have like 5 players with 15 plus lines. So like I don't know, like no edges there. There could go. Obviously, it could be a blowout because our defense is just too good for the Wizards, but our offense is not great. So, uh, yeah, no bets for this one. I think the lines are set too high. It will come down with some projection stuff, but yeah, nothing for this one.
No problem. We thank our viewers, a lot of them here every stream. Baja Boy, D. Shifty, good friend Chillionaire, Anthony Serbo, L. Lance, Bobby Turner. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Before we move any further, a word from our presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook, because the NBA season is heating up. And as you watch your favorite teams and players, check out FanDuel to make every NBA moment even more rewarding with America's #1 sportsbook. It's such an easy sportsbook to use, fantastic interface, one of the best products out there, and here's an offer that you can take advantage of right now as well. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Yes, guaranteed. So next time you get a hunch on who is going to win or how many points a player will score, bet on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life. Just visit FanDuel.com/board or visit the link in the description, FanDuel.com/board. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present in select states with Kansas affiliation with Kansas Kansas affiliation with Kansas Casino are 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued with non-withdrawable bonus bet to expire 7 days after receipt. For 3-month free trial, full price of lead pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Jump back into things here. We'll bring Pips back in to go to the next game on the slate. The Phoenix Suns away at the Charlotte Hornets with a 4.5 spread here. Phoenix, there's been some difficulties in the recent run of games. They did win their last game. I think their record is now, they've lost 17 of the last 25, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a tough run of things here for the team who's now 12th in the Western Conference, but definitely a good chance to grab a win here away at Charlotte. How do you see this game going?
Yeah, I mean, back to back is tough. Is tough one, but overall, yeah, good spot for them. But on the other side, we could see Lamelo being back, so they could be in a good shape as well. Lamelo, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams. So it makes sense that this spread is only 4.5 on the way, considering how they were playing. Yeah.
Anything betting-wise you're looking at for this game?
Yeah, I'm actually looking to a lot of stuff, but I just need to find a way to bet it together. Uh, I do like some matchups for everyone in this game because everyone is in a good matchup as both teams struggle at defense, and both teams are really good on offense. Even Hornets when they are healthy. Uh, yeah, I need to find a way to bet something on this game and. Just a second. I'll open up. You can show the screen. I'll just go into stuff like Brandon Miller won 18 and a half. There are some 17 and a half out there. It looks great when you look at this rating wise. Like when you look at the games when he played like 28 plus minutes, average 22.7, over in 16 out of 20. But uh, some of these games were without Lamelo and Miles Bridges. Then when you look at the games with Lamelo and Miles Bridges, it's completely other way around. Only over in 3 games, 18.3 points average. When you look at the shooting usage, like he still got up a ton of shots. He just didn't make any. Like 18 points against the Wizards, 6 of 21. Then 15 points against Cleveland Cavaliers, 6 of 20. Against Boston, 6 of 18. So like he was supposed to actually cover in all these games, but didn't cover because he shot really poor. 13 points against the Bucks, 5 of 17. So 2 more buckets in he's covering this. So the volume is actually really good. Last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, he scored 24 points. So overall, I will do something like 15 plus for Brandon Miller.
Okay.
And because the volume is great and matchup is good, so he should get shots up. And combining that with something, need to find a partner for this one. Think it should be Mark Williams for 10 plus points.
Okay. Mark Williams, 10 plus points with Brandon Miller, 15 plus points is -117 at FanDuel. Is this the play you want to go with?
Yeah, this is the first play I'm going to.
All right.
I already talked about the Miller, but Mark Williams is interesting one. When you look at the season, when he gets more than 10 minutes, more than 12 minutes, I would say. He scored double digits in 8 of 9. Even in just a second, even 11 minutes against the Cleveland Cavaliers were enough for 12 points. Then in 17 minutes against the Bulls, 15 points. Rockets, 19 minutes, 12 points. Oklahoma City Thunder, 22 minutes, 12 points. Cleveland Cavaliers back. But lately, he's been playing 30 minutes a game. So he was covering 11 minutes, in 19 minutes, in 20 minutes against top defensive teams like Cleveland Cavaliers, Houston Rockets, and OKC. And now he gets the Suns, who are starting Mason Plumlee at the 5, and he should be playing like 30 minutes in this game. This should be easy to cover for him. And I already spoke about Brandon Miller and his insane usage and the amount of shots he could clear. He should probably clear 15 points line with field goal attempts alone, and he's taking a ton of threes, so that should be easy to cover for him. So that's our first bet.
All right, there we go. Brandon Miller, 15 plus points. Sorry, just realized I put in the chat that it's Brandon Miller, 15 plus, Brandon 10 plus. Brandon Miller, 15 plus. Mark Williams, 10 plus as the first bet of the day, minus 117 again at FanDuel. Apologies for the typo there. There we go. Makes sense if you're watching in video form at the moment. All right. With that, we can move into the next game on the slate. Reminder, if you're enjoying the show and you're tailing that pick, make sure you do hit that like button. Consider subscribing as well. Consider sharing, maybe if you're watching on Twitter. Next up, the Lakers are -7 against the Dallas Mavericks. Lakers away for this one. Dallas dealing with injuries, of course. Second night of a back-to-back for them. Lakers have been playing a little bit better as of late, but still feels odd to see the Lakers -7 away from home. Do you feel that way, Pips, in the spread? Oh, I think he's trying to get his headphones.
I don't know. I can hear you. I don't know. I just changed and I hear you for a couple of seconds and then switched back. Let me just.
No worries. There was some battery issues with the headphones coming into the stream today. Pips, testing if you can hear us now. Apparently not. All right. Well, the Dallas
Okay, I hear you now. I hear you now.
Yeah. I was asking about Dallas and how you think this spread looks, considering Kyrie Irving is dealing with an injury, Luka Doncic dealing with an injury. It still feels kind of weird to see the Lakers -7, but do you think the spread is fair given the injuries?
Yeah, I don't. They were garbage last night. Kids started Maxi Kleba. They played like 4 power forwards lineup. I don't know what's going on there, but they lost to the Memphis without Bane, John Morant, Marcus Smart. Yeah, I think Lakers are kind of won some games lately, and then had a terrible loss against my Houston Rockets, where they came back from down 20. So yeah, they have under the radar. They were playing well. They won 4 out of the last 6 and 7 out of the last 10. They beat my Memphis, Kings, Golden State, Hawks, lost to the Cleveland and Houston, which is kind of expected to lose away at Houston and against Cleveland. So they've been playing like decent ball, so they should have no problems with the Dallas Mavericks.
So with the players out, sometimes, again, leads to some uncertainty, maybe leads to some betting opportunities. Is there anything in this game that you're looking to take advantage of?
On prop side, not that much. I kind of like lean towards Quentin Grimes on points, rebounds, and assists. But to my surprise, he didn't start last game. He started Max Kleba over him, which makes 0 sense. So I don't know. Like, do I trust him to come to senses and start Quentin Grimes? I don't know. So that's the only reason I'm staying away from it. But I do expect Grimes to be back to playing 30 minutes either from the bench or the starting lineup. But yeah, I don't trust the coach that does stupid stuff like Steve Kerr. Kid did some crazy stuff last couple of games. So yeah, uncertainty can hit you back when you there is some logic to stuff, but if the other sides have history of not being logical, then you can expect them to be logical.
Yeah. Understood completely there. Oh, I see some questions coming in for bets in the chat. Reminder, we'll save them for the end of the show, so make sure you stick around there. Any bets that you've added in that you want opinions on, we'll save that segment after we go through all of the games today. We'll go through the next game on the site. The Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Definitely a prime opportunity to get a much-needed win for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. 18-17 on the season. The Pelicans still near the bottom. They're at the bottom, 7-29. They have won their last 2 games, but yeah, health has just not been there for the team this season. Prop-wise, anything to target here?
Uh, they kind of have first time after long see that the Zion is questionable for this game. So Zion could be
Wow.
back. Yeah, I doubt it because he only had one practice where he was playing 5-on-5 with contact. So I highly doubt he's back today. So that's on Zion. Brandon Ingram, oh, of course, out still, but now they have Trey Murphy out, the guy who was taking 20 plus shots every night.
They can't catch a
So
break, man.
yeah, good thing the Wolves kind of went to Nas Reed and Dante DiVincenzo. Last game, Randall was benched and Nas played 30 plus minutes. They benched Mike Conley, started Dante DiVincenzo. So Dante DiVincenzo with Edwards, McDaniels, Randall, Gobert, and Nas Reed instead of Randall looks kind of better offensive team. So they could blow them out if DeJounte is also. I don't know. DeJounte being in probably a good thing for the Wolves.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, they should run away. Even though they struggle lately, I think the Wolves should win this one comfortable. So yeah, I can't do much.
All right. We can move on then, move forward with the show. Atlanta away at the Utah Jazz. Utah have pulled together some, well, listen, they're not a good team. They're 9-27, but recently they've pulled together some interesting results. A couple of games ago, they beat the Miami Heat by 36 points. That was a little bit of a surprise. Last game against a pretty injury depleted Orlando Magic team, all things considered. They win by 13. Now against the Atlanta Hawks, I'm not suggesting that should factor into the spread, just merely pointing it out. Utah at home plus 6.5 here. So seems like a good opportunity for the Atlanta Hawks to grab a win and continue to push their playoff hopes forward as an 18-18 team. But they've lost 3 in a row. Is this a spot for Atlanta to find a win?
Jalen Johnson out is huge for the Hawks. So yeah, so tough one. They should still win. Markkanen could be back for the Jazz. So yeah, that's this is game like garbage stuff. Like out players on both sides, key players. Uh, Jonte George and Clarkson being out. I don't know how to even rate this. I don't think they are positive players. So them being out is not terrible. But then you have keys on offense of Sexton hands, which is again not great. They do have like positive players, of course, in Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Like tough one. I'm not an expert on spreads, so yeah, nothing there for me.
A few more games to go through here. We have Boston away at Denver. This promised to be a potential NBA Finals matchup last year. It didn't end up happening, but Boston, not as Boston-like in the recent run of games here. They're 5-5 in their last 10. That's certainly not what you would expect from this team. Denver this season have not been very Denver-like as a whole, yet still they're 20-14, and they are fourth in the Western Conference. But Denver at home, I still think this is a pretty interesting matchup. How do you see this game going?
Yeah, it should be it should be close to the spread. It should be like single digits win for
For
Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, the Denver didn't show up really much in against great teams. Don't think that's changing. Starting Westbrook against Boston will be so easy for them to just take away everything else from them and leave him wide open on three. They did some stuff. They are playing Shengun, my Rockets. Shengun scored I think 10 points in like first 5 minutes of the game, and they just put two on the ball or two on him and completely ignored Jeff Green and everyone else. And for the next 30 minutes, Shengun scored 4 points. Of course, Nikola Jokic is way better than Şengün, but still, if you can neutralize somehow Jokic, slow him down, yeah, that's the easy win for should be an easy win for Celtics. But recently they've been struggling with shooting a lot, so you never know on the road for the Celtics if threes is not falling, there is no way they can win. We saw against the Thunder, so yeah, but they are healthy, so should be able to snap a win in this one.
All right. Prayer prop wise, is there a look for this game?
Yeah, we are going to bet Kristaps Porzingis over 17.5 points.
All right. Porzingis is the target here. We have him 18.5 on FanDuel. We'll look around, see if we can find a current 17.5 in market. And
Yeah, it's widely available. Yeah.
yeah. Almost everywhere else, 17.5 this
Yeah.
one. FanDuel is
Minus
sharp
115.
spot, moving a bit quicker here.
Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah.
minus 115.
Yeah, pro. Yeah. Minus 115 and minus 120s. I'm okay with minus 120s as well, of course. So I'll just go to the Porzingis stuff. This season, when he played, I was first show when he gets 20 plus minutes. He was over this line in 5 out of 6 games. Only under came in 16 points in 23 minutes against Clippers, and putting up 16 points in 23 minutes against Clippers is probably more valuable than 22 against the Bulls or yeah, and 19 against OKC is also great. While he shot 1.6 from three. Yeah, last season I'll just go last season when he played with both Tatum and Brown in the regular season with 28 plus minutes. We can see that he covered this in 70% of games. Actually, it's up to 71% of the games. But he ended up at 17 a lot last season. We can see that he ended up at 17 in 7 games. So he scored 17 plus in 32 out of 35. So he was really close. Didn't counting on matchups, anything, just pure numbers. 17 or more points in 32 of 35 last season with Tatum and Brown against. If you look at against Denver, he had 21 and 24 against Denver. Last game, you can see that he ended up with 23 field goal attempts. They were focusing solely on Tatum and Brown, and they let Porzingis shoot a lot. I would say this could be a thing tonight because they will struggle to defend Tatum. They need to take away everything from him and from Brown. And yeah, he scored 21-24 last season against the Denver. And Denver's defense this season is much worse than the last season, and they play at much higher pace. Last season, Denver ranked like 2016 pace, so they were fifth slowest pace in the league, which is huge. And then if you look at this season, pace for Denver, we can see that they are ranked as the fifth pace in the league, so fifth highest pace. So that changes a lot. Transition defense should be in trouble. Uh, Porzingis scores 12% of his points in transition, 13% as a spot up, where Denver allows third most, and 90% of his points pick and roll man, also where Denver struggles. But when you look at this zones, how they defend some zones, you can see that Denver is below average in every single zone. Like they are low points everywhere. Yeah, because they are below average defense overall. Porzingis will have looks from mid range, as we can see. Denver allows like second most mid range in the league. They allow above the break threes. They allow corner threes. Yeah, it will be a field day for should be a field day for Porzingis, especially with so much attention on Tatum and Brown.
So there we have it. Kristaps Porzingis over 17.5 points, minus 115 and minus 120, widely available in market. And we can move now into, I believe we have 2 more games to discuss. Miami, they are a mess lately. I talked about their recent game against the Utah Jazz, favorably for the Jazz, because the Jazz walked all over the Heat culture court of all things. The Heat were at home with the Heat culture court and lost by 36 to the Jazz. So it's a bit of a mess. They're in the midst of a road trip here without Jimmy Butler because he's away from the team with the ongoing trade rumors. But yeah, the Heat have lost to the Pacers big time, the Jazz big time, and 5-point loss to the Kings. Now away at the Warriors. Not as if the Warriors have been lighting the world on fire lately either. They're 4-6 in their last 10, but 9-point spread is a big one. Do you think it supports the way the Heat are looking right now?
I think Nine is a bit tough because this game is projected to be low scoring game. So high spreads in low scoring games usually doesn't make much sense. But if it's 7.5, I would completely agree with it. So I might see it rather as 7.5 than 9. But yeah, I can see like if the shots are falling for Golden State, they can run away easily. And Miami is well known for allowing spot up and threes, and that's Golden State's strength. So and also they have like great pick and roll defense to neutralize the only player that can score, and that's Hero and Bam Adebayo. So yeah, tough matchup for Miami, especially on the road, especially without Jimmy Butler to put some rim pressure. Yeah, that's it on the game.
All right, last game then on the slate before we get to the Q&A portion of the stream and react to your bets for the day. Wow, what a titanic clash at the top of each conference. Oklahoma City away at the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's the game for the not that's not today. That's the next day.
Damn. Well, make sure you're here tomorrow when we talk about this game. I guess they have. Okay, I see now it's Wednesday. They have lines up for it because it's such a big game, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. All right, we'll get to the Q&A portion of the stream. First of all, I'll answer these. Young friend James asked about Porzingis 8.5. We bet at 17.5, and that's widely available, so don't play the 18.5. Gooch in your house asked about Chris Porzingis points or rebounds. We playing the points in the show, so points are better because that's the official pick on the show. Now,
yeah, can I add the part of like Porzingis over 18.5? Like, look, if you need to add more outs, man. Like, I get it. FanDuel is the one that doesn't limit as much, gets you the bet the most. Okay, but in these spots, like you need to have some more outs. So like there is like I think at least 10 books that have 17.5 for Porzingis. So please, if you want to win at betting, you need to have more outs than FanDuel.
Yes, FanDuel, presenting sponsor of the show, but we will always preach line shopping, always preach finding the best price. Oftentimes, we do find that with the FanDuel Sportsbook, but not in this particular case. They are a sharp sportsbook that does move a little bit quicker than others. We'll go to Philip NBA, who asked about Tyler Hero under 23.5 points at -115 in the game that we were just speaking about. Certainly imagining some big usage here, but yeah, what do you think?
The first rule of Tyler Hero is we don't bet on Tyler Hero.
Yeah, we've had some poor history in the past with Tyler Hero, but it is an under. Do we often lose on unders? Mostly we lost on overs with Tyler Hero. There probably were a few unders in there.
Yeah, I also say, I'm like huge data guy, and I look for correlation with props madness, with playing pace wise, shooting zone wise, defensive wise. I'm yet to find one with Tyler Hero.
Like he just, no matter the matchup, you've said this before. No matter what the matchup is, he always seems to still struggle to predict. He's very random.
Yeah. He's very random, yeah. He'll have like toughest matchup. They will send doubles on him and he will end up scoring 30. And then he will have a matchup single coverage against drop cover, like easy matchup, and he will end up 5 for 17. Yeah, that's just stuff with Tyler Hero.
Too tough to predict. Eugene House also asked about rebounds for PJ Washington and Derek Lively today in the Mavericks-Lakers game.
Could see it. I don't know the numbers, but matchup-wise, that's a good matchup. Lakers allow a lot of rebounds, and without Gafford is now out for some time. They don't have backup 5. Someone needs to rebound, and Lively is a tower out there, so maybe it's him. no Luka, who was getting 10 rebounds a game as well. So like it's PJ Washington and Gafford need to cover like 50% of team rebounds. Uh, so yeah, they should rebound a ton.
Okay, so perhaps a decent look there. Less. What's the?
Uh, the last comment from Bobby.
We should just place one Tyler zero bet on this show to test the luck. Can you even? Oh, you mean like a? I thought you meant like betting on it to get 0 points on it. One Tyler Hero bet to see if it goes there. Well, there was. I think there was one occasion this season where you said like I actually like Tyler Hero today, but we're not betting it because it's Tyler Hero, and it stayed. You liked an over and it stayed under. So,
Yeah,
but you have
that was
actually suggested. I think you suggested a couple as like a lean for the show, but you didn't make it official bet because you didn't want to bet it for the show.
yeah, yeah.
It's
This,
it's just like we
yeah.
say, like you said, it's random, so it's too difficult to predict. It's why you would kind of avoid them. Les Chelsea asked about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead if you had something to say.
Yeah. I like Lamelo Ball over. Yeah.
Well, over 25.5 points. This one is pretty all over the place. There's 26 and a halves out there. There's 25 and a halves. There is 124 and a half that's not widely available, but this one is moving upwards, hence the 1.75 price. It's about minus 130 or so. But you do like LaMelo Ball overs today.
Yeah. Good matchup. I'll show you. I don't know. I have some tough time betting on Lamelo. But I'll just quickly show the matchup numbers, and it's so easy to see. Lamelo Ball playing mostly scoring as a ball pick and roll ball handler. He's playing against team that allows six most. They are struggling with free throws and transition as well. He scores almost 50% of his points, 48% of his points above the break three. That's where Suns allow also above average. Some points in the paint non-restricted, also area where they allow a lot of points. Similar players to Lamelo, also doing really good against the Suns. Pull-up players always doing good against Mike Budenholzer teams. So yeah, I do like the matchup is great.
BRB voted for LaMelo Ball for the All-Star team. I'm curious the chat's thoughts and your thoughts, Pips. Do you think LaMelo Ball has done enough this season to warrant an All-Star appearance?
I think so. Yeah, I think like 35 and 7 should be enough, and the efficiency is right there. Like 35 and 7. I think there is some people like are saying usually like uh, it's easy to put big numbers on a poor team. Yeah, numbers, but efficiency was decent most of the season. A bit tanked last couple of games, but when you're putting great numbers on the good efficiency on poor team, that's actually much more difficult than putting a great good numbers on like Boston Celtics when no one is guarding you. Like this, he gets the prime time focus of defenses every single night. So I do appreciate Lamelo this season, and think he should be making the All Star team. I don't
I
know who is
I
the
agree.
like who is the who is his competitors for the like it's Donovan Mitchell,
Tyler Hero.
uh, Tyler Hero, but Brunson.
Yeah,
But
there's a bit of
they,
competition. I haven't
they,
gone through the whole list, but there's some competition there.
yeah, Tyler Hero is tough one for me to swallow. Like he he's not an all star man. Like yeah,
He might be
like
one.
number wise, yeah, sure. This season, this is like 24, 5 and 5 on great efficiency for the first time in his career. Uh, so yeah, numbers wise, sure, but man, yeah, tough one for me
Yeah,
yeah, and he
we
is not
know
like
the relationship with Tyler Hero.
yeah. And he is now playing without Butler, and they suck, and they are -9 at Golden State away with him as the best player. So yeah,
It's
it's
good.
rough.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
I sort of agree there, but I do think he's got a good
yeah,
chance of getting into there, getting into the team.
yeah.
Elgies, hopefully said that right, asked about Bilal Koulibaly under 4.5 assists at -105.
is this is an existing line? Like I never seen this like 4.5 for Bilal Koulibaly assist. Is
Yes.
this like a real?
Everyone, it's 4.5 everywhere at varying odds.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I want to bet this.
Over.
But, I want to bet under.
Oh, okay.
Like what the fuck is this?
We're getting a
Yeah,
lot
I
more
don't.
recently.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the like I opened this and yeah, it looks like kind of he is covering this lately. I think he covered this in how many straight games, but somewhere without Poole, somewhere without Kuzma. Now both Kuzma and Poole are playing. Uh, I'll just I usually don't do this on the show. I can show you the yeah. I can screen share some tool that I'm using. Yeah, if that's yeah, I can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, I'll show you some share screen for. I use Basketball Monster for some projections, so I'll show you how I do this. I'll open up the Wizards. I just need to check the numbers with when Poole or Kuzma are sharing the court with him. It takes some time to open up Wizards because they're locked down there. So yeah, so when Poole is questionable, but he should be back. So when he's sharing the court with Poole and Kuzma, Koulibaly average assist goes from 3.9 to 2.4. So thanks hard with Kuzma and with Poole on the court it goes to 3.7. I don't know what's the thing with Bob Carrington, but should be probably lower. Yeah. So and also the matchup for against the Houston Rockets is terrible one for the assists. So maybe I can do this just a second when he's playing with Jordan Poole. Yeah, I think this is too high. I think this should be 3.5, honestly. Like I'm
Okay.
just troubled now with how did he do this against the teams that actually don't allow assists. Like these teams like 6 against Boston, but that's 6 on 6 potential assists. Against Cleveland Cavaliers, it's 5 assists on 7 potential assists. Like what's going on here? Like how can he like his conversion rates are insane. Like
Well,
it's almost like
he's been handling the ball a lot more lately. I guess that factors into it.
yeah, true, but without Kuzma and without Poole mostly. And now
Yeah.
it's probably yeah. So and also the matchup like Houston Rockets allowed second least assists in the entire league. And one game against him earlier this season, he played 35 minutes and had 0 assists. And that game was with Kuzma and Poole. Game before that he had 6. So yeah, I think I'll bet he's under as official bet under 4.5 assists.
Okay. Under 4.5 assists. Look at this. Les Chelsea brings up a bet for the question. It turns into an official pick on the. Sorry, this is Elise who brings up in the show, and it turned into an official pick on the show. Under 4.5 assists for Bilal Koulibaly. This is not available currently on FanDuel. They don't have any lines up, but we'll say minus 110 is the widely available option here. And you can shop around as well to find an improved price on this one on top of things here. So Bilal Koulibaly under 4.5. Great stuff there. We can go to the next question
Yeah.
here. Jelko asked about a couple players for the Suns game, asking if Bradley Beal over 14.5 points or Kevin Durant over 24.5 points is better at minus 110. And also ask about Bradley Beal over 2.5 assists. What do you think on Beal here?
Yeah, assist per Bill probably the best one. Then I will probably go with Bill points. The only reason is I saw heavy doubles from Hornets. This team was opposing team stars. Uh, could be the same thing for tonight for KD. Uh, Bill could do a lot good stuff from the bench unit against this team. Even though I think he sucks, but last game he played really well. So yeah.
Do you see any way Bradley Beal gets traded this season. I know he's got a no trade clause. He's got to waive it. They're going to be looking to trade him. In chat, you can let us know your thoughts on Bradley Beal as well. Do you see any reality where Bradley Beal gets traded before the deadline this season?
Who? Like, who is going to take him?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think there's any value for them to trade him at this point. So doubt it, honestly.
I think he's making like $50 million, and he has a no trade clause. So, like, I mean, you'd think who the hell would actually trade for that contract, but like the Phoenix Suns did. So, who knows? The Phoenix did it. Would another team dare to do it?
Maybe like Wizards should probably like go for Bradley Beal, right? Yeah, that's a joke.
Well, yeah, that'd be funny. If they could be like a salary dumping team where it's just a dumping ground for salary, get additional assets in return. But then again, the Suns don't really they have one pick they can trade. So that's the status of their additional assets that they can trade. So even if the Wizards wanted to be like a salary cap team for trades, like it's still probably not going to be beneficial to them to make this move. Yeah, I can't really see it either. So really tough spot. We'll stay on the Wizards. Good friend Chillinger asked about Sar over 12.5 points, -115. Pips does not like it right out the gate.
Nope.
Bad matchup.
Yeah, don't bet overs against the Rockets. Like, no, just don't. That's it. Nothing to add much. He's been in great form recently, and if Kuzma and Poole are back, Kuzma is back. Poole is playing, like not much usage for Sar. Could be a blowout. He's not playing in a blowout, even though he's a rookie. So I know no upside. Absolutely no upside. He needs to make 2 threes in this game to cover, and he is not a great shooter.
All right. So immediate no on Alex Sar. Final one we have here from Les Chelsea. Cam Whitmore, you said he's not NBA ready as of yet, but would blow up potential. There was a couple people who asked about Cam Whitmore over 12.5 points, 1.93 odds in this case here. Because of blow up potential, they think there's going to be more minutes afforded to Whitmore. Do you believe that could be the case here?
Against Boston, he got great minutes. He shot 4 from 17. Even when he played, in the garbage minutes, he still couldn't score against the second G League team of Boston Celtics. He is tremendous talent. Really good explosive athleticism. Like he is crazy. Like he is leaping off the ground like it's nothing. But 16 minutes against the Lakers next game as the sole bench guy is really concerning, in my opinion. But when you add the blowout chance, when he gets like 5 minutes with garbage time, where he can score 10 points in those 5 minutes alone, yeah, I do lean over. In 16 minutes against the Wizards, he should be able to be close to this covering. And then if he gets some garbage time, like if it's 50-50 in the regular time, and you add like 10% more chance with garbage time, with blowout chance, it kind of makes a good bet, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my logic.
A lean towards the over there for Cam Whitmore. A couple of people were asking about that. But that does it for the questions. That does it for the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. It paid to stick around to the end here. You got a bonus free pick at the end of the show, which leads you to 3 free picks from today's show. We've had back-to-back winning days, looking to make it 3 in a row. Get subscribed so you never miss out on any of our content. We're live 5 times a week here, the Board YouTube channel. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say like a comment from Jake in Peoria. I don't know what to say. Like, Basketball Monster has won me multiple fantasy championships. Yeah, same here. It's a great tool. Like, they are not perfect. Obviously, when you come to the projections on daily thing, it's ATR is better. Like, that's just out of question. But they do some stuff really good, and I like the comments from their guys on certain players and trends. So yeah, just wanted to bring up, like, we want to help our followers to win, and having more basketball monster will help them. You see minutes projection and some other stuff like field goal attempts projection. They are really good at those things and allocating points of the total game. They have projections, decent ones. Just the SI ATR is better, but Basketball Monster is way cheaper option.
All right. So some good tips at the end of the show as well, on top of the 3 free picks from today's show. First of all, in the Phoenix-Charlotte game, it's Brandon Miller, 15-plus points, and Mark Williams, 10-plus points, -117 odds at FanDuel when we played that one. Then in the Boston-Denver game, Kristaps Porzingis over 17.5 points, -115 is where we played that one. -120 was also fine there. And then in the Houston-Washington game, a late edition, Bilal Coulibaly under 4.5 assists at -110. There was -103 available. There's -105 available as well. -110 more widely available for this one. But again, that will do it for today's show. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully we're back for 3 winning days in a row right here tomorrow on the Pick and Roll YouTube channel presented by FanDuel. Hopefully we see you there.